Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 13th and final episode of the second season of Uma Musume Pretty Derby. And last episode, McQueen, it was kind of her time to hit a low point, to experience the suffering train that Teo has been quite familiar with throughout this season. And the best thing about that is that it kind of keeps things a bit more balanced, because for the most part it's felt like the show has been picking on Teo more so than anyone else, and if we want to have like a good rivalry sort of thing between Teo and McQueen, which we do, then things can't be that lopsided. So this kind of helps to balance it up a little bit, where they both kind of have turns in the low point and the high point, and helping each other back into it to maintain that oh so important promise. So it's good in that sense, but it still hurts all the same to see McQueen suffering like that. But we haven't given up. Every time one of them is about to give up, they don't, and we just keep going. And this is the final episode. We're kind of hoping for miracles to happen. I'm hoping for miracles to happen. So let's just delve on in and see how we're doing on the miracle front. So 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, the newspapers are never encouraging in this show, are they? Galloping after our dreams. I wasn't expecting a happy start to the episode, but I also wasn't expecting to start on literal crying. She is always serious. We're counting on you, trainer. Just your presence is great, special week. Supportive team is always very helpful. And McQueen, how are you holding up? So are we gonna get no opening this time? Well, we do have music. She is kind of amazing, so that's why we're hoping for a miracle. Oof. Just, yeah, right at no hesitation, just ready with the bottle. Horseshoes are always fairly amusing to me. Wow, Jesus, are those for Uesugi Kenshin? That house is just enormous. Still can feel that warmth, huh? Hey, back to the beach. Win the Arima Kinen. Please don't end up crossing that out. I'm rocking that a Rubik's Cube. One guy looked really excited. Oh, helmet. Maybe the best running gag in the whole show. I think it might be. So, yeah, gotta focus. A little bit nervous. Feel free. Like bribing the judges. Rice shower. That is a look of focus right there. Anything can happen on the battlefield or the race field. A little bit. I'm just glad to get a scene between you two. They're always enjoyable. Well, I do quite like her outfit too. Wish I could get that excited. Poor Turbo. Probably not. I'm gonna give her a head pat. Excellent walk you got there, too. I can feel the confidence. Yeah, stiff competition for sure. Do your best, Teo. Such a weird name. May the best horse girl win. I just hope that's Teo. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it was pretty clear what she was thinking there. Oh wow, that's a great mid card. Maybe my new best top background. Yeah, that's McQueen. I think you should anyway. Let's try to think positively. I'm trying my best too, so you can too. We're about to start. Oh, there we go. Man, she really just going straight up ahead. They were right about Mujirou Palmer. That's what she's here for. Watching on a smartphone. What a filthy casual. Well, that was a twist. The tables turned. Wow, they were in perfect sync there. It's because they're pretty good. Only one of you can win, that's a sad thing. Definitely not third. Is that McQueen? Yeah, I recognize that lap. Don't say that. I see that sweat drop. Poncho. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but... Wow. I hope I see you bald. Yeah, I really don't like how far back Teo is right now. That's still such a silly name. Nice nature. At least it's easy to pronounce. Come on, McQueen, have faith in Teo. That's easier said than done, but... And it would definitely be good if you could go and cheer her on in the stand. That'd be great. Maybe that could even make the difference. Okay, I think she's moving. One of you is, or most of you is wrong. Oh no, BO, you're not supposed to do that. Oh, jeez. Okay, this could be a big problem. Don't panic. Come on, McQueen, get out there where she can see you. Man, great job with the animation. It makes it very clear how she feels. Conveyed very well there. And she's kind of tiny from back here, but she is over there. Oh, is she? Show me the... Yes, that. Show me that. Man, everyone just looks like they had their minds blown. But I hope that means she's doing well. But they're still moving. Man, I got chills, so many chills right now. Yeah, she's right on her tail. Gonna get a speed boost. Please don't break anything. Please don't break anything. You can't. There we go. This is the tail we wanted to see. I really hope so. Come on, Teo. Don't say that. And they're so close. Yeah, you want his head shaved, right? Man, like, pretty much everyone. Oh man, she really has put everything into this. Just please don't trip or anything. Man, I can feel my own heart accelerating. I'm not even in the race. And I think she did it. I can finally breathe now. Just give me a minute. Now, I hope we didn't imagine that. The whole world cheers. Miracles can happen after all. Teo, 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 Teo. Yeah. Oh, wow, wow. Oh my god, when did you show up? She escaped the phone. I know, right? Good thing she came. Oh. Wow, that was a big tackle. Please don't make her break anything else. Biwa, you didn't want to get on the tackle. Oh, even right shower. But just like so much tension left my body as soon as the race ended. I could hardly focus on what the commentators were saying. And her performance. I almost forgot this was a thing. I feel like Twin Turbo should have 2 of them. Man, these moves. Yeah, we have some really good dance choreography in this segment. I think he just blew me a kiss. Come on. Man, they really brought the red game for that performance. That was great. You protected that smile. Sakura trees, is it springtime? Yeah, seriously. So do we have a bit of a time skip, I guess? Seems like it. Man. It is so weird to see them so much bigger. It almost feels wrong. McQueen. Please talk, you two. That's the important thing. Coin flip. Oh wow, there we go. What is this song? And of course I cut it off of there. Have we heard this song before? It almost sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it. So there's gotta be a season 3, right? Like, there's gotta be. They can't just not give us a season 3. Uma Pyoi. How do you read that? Densetsu, maybe? You know, my ability to read Japanese is questionable at the best of times, but when it's scrolling up, it's especially hard. And we really do end off on that after the credits roll. Okay. So that was the 13th and final episode of the second season of Uma Musume Pretty Derby. And I had pretty high hopes for the final episode, and I'd say it pretty much delivered on that front. Like, I probably didn't talk all that much, just because, I mean, I really couldn't. Like, focus was happening, really, because what was happening was very important. Very, very hype, excited, important, serious. Throw in all those adjectives and stuff to it. Like, this was a big deal, right? I don't even know where to start with this episode in regards to what to say about it. Was that really 23 minutes? First of all, and that's my first question. But, I mean, yeah, a good chunk of the episode was dedicated to just the prep, right? Last episode we had the whole scene between Teo and McQueen, Teo making sure to win this race. Like, that was a big deal, right? Showing that miracles can happen, that you can't give up. And Teo doing this helps McQueen so she doesn't give up. Like, it's kind of that sort of situation, right? So a lot was riding on this. Teo was giving this her best because this was really Teo's chance to prove herself, right? A lot of people were doubting her ability to come back, you know, be as good as she was. In this race in particular, we have a lot of, like, they really hammered home the point that there was some stiff competition here. And the idea that Teo, who's been kind of, you know, rocky, out of it a bit, hiatus, whatever you want to call it, the fact that the idea that she could just come in here and win, a lot of people weren't too confident in that. But at the same time, a lot of people were supporting her and hoping for the best. The audience, us included, I hope, right? That was a big thing. I clicked on the wrong thing. That's unfortunate. Let's get back into the episode now. So that was a big thing, right? There's a lot of build up towards that. Obviously, the teammates and everything trying to support her as best they can. But some people, although they were hoping for the best, were also pretty worried about how things would go, especially McQueen. I mean, McQueen had a lot of great stuff this episode. She wasn't even in the race, technically, but she really had a lot of impact in the scenes that she was in, right? Because she's in a position where she's hoping for the best for Teo, but can't quite fully... She's having trouble getting herself to truly believe that Teo can do it, you know, believe in that miracle potential. And just, I commented on it at least once, but just what they managed to do with her, like facial expression wise and stuff, through the animation, they did a really good job of conveying just how much was going on in her emotionally. Like there was no doubt about it. Like, she didn't talk too much because she was alone for the most part. So, I mean, there was a little bit of monologuing, but not a huge amount. A lot of it was just straight up conveyed on her face. They did a really good job with that, for sure. Like, especially when she actually went to the arena, like that one bit that I actually commented on it. Like, that was great. Like, I could really feel what she was going through there. Just 10 out of 10 animation, for sure, with regards to that. And just, yeah, watching the conflict in McQueen that eventually led her to finally go there and watch her and support her was great. That kind of mini subplot within the episode. Because, well, she had to go there, right? Like, she couldn't just not show up. She had to, and she did, luckily. And yeah, some of the, like, especially some of, like, looks of shock and stuff we got on her was pretty good, too. Although she wasn't the only one to have a look of shock. Like, there was one scene where, like, the camera was panning around, everyone just looking like they just had their mind blown because they were watching Teo, like, really give it her all. Like, you could see the struggle. Like, you could see her pushing herself. Like, everything she had was being given into that racing. Like, it was very clear that was happening. And that's the kind of thing that could really just not only make you want to support her and see her win, but just inspire you to do better in life. Like, no matter what you're doing in life, there's a possibility that you're not giving it as much as you could. But here, seeing Teo, it's clear that she is, right? So that could inspire you to do better in whatever you do. I think that was also there a bit. But I really do think they gave it their all for this final episode, animation-wise, with everything-wise. Just, yeah, seeing that final stretch of Teo running. One good thing about the amount of suffering we've experienced throughout the course of this season is that we've seen a lot of failure, right? Because a lot of anime, things just kind of work out for the protagonist for the most part, right? Whenever they're in an important battle or something, you're like, yeah, they're gonna win. It just, I guess we'll just see how they go about it. That's the fun part, right? But because we've seen Teo fail as much as she has, there was no guarantee that she would win this. There was none, and that added such a higher level of suspense to it for me. Because there are sometimes when I'm watching something, I'm just like, yeah, of course, things are going to work out for that character, but I guess I'll try to act like I think there's a chance that it won't. But no, there was a chance that it would not work out, and I was worried throughout the course of it. I was starting to feel a little bit better once she started to get out ahead, but I was still thinking maybe something could go wrong. An injury could suddenly happen, she could trip. As a result of pushing herself too much, something like that could happen. I was all the way until the end, I was considering that. But she crossed the line and she won, and just in a second, like that mountain worth of tension just left my body, and I just kind of almost passed out. I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I just, yeah, that is kind of what happened there. The commentator just like kept going and going and going. I don't even remember half what she said after that bit. I was just kind of like in a daze. I don't know how much I got across in the reaction, but I was kind of in a daze after that. So, and then obviously we had our amazing live performance after that, which just looked great. I think that might be the best looking one so far, and nobody got hurt or anything on stage, so that's always a positive. We got girls tackling Teo, seeing that McQueen was in the audience and saw her, and even freaking Silent Suzuka showed up, like not on the phone like usual. She just popped up right there. That was great. I really did not expect that. That was wonderful. And also, yeah, I also got to talk about the whole hair thing. Like that's been a big. I mean, big, it might be an exaggeration. It's been kind of a subplot, the whole hair salon incident. Like, we started with the girl accidentally cutting her hair the wrong way because they were focused on the game, on the race. That was a big thing. And we've had, like, several scenes between those two as a result. And it's just kind of crazy how much of a relationship between those two characters they built up. I don't even know if they've had any dialogue between each other. I don't think we have. I think it's always been just a physical thing, just seeing what they do. I was gonna say physical relationship, but that sounds kind of wrong. Not quite what I mean. But just because the whole thing has been built up, like running gag kind of build up to it. But they have built up a relationship really with like twists and turns, like back and forth. Yeah, eventually picking up the helmet and all that. And then in this episode, we had her like going to her, giving her another chance, and then she cuts her hair instead. And then they're like both freaking bald by the end of it, but still smiling and laughing together. Like that's just an amazing thing. I don't even know what you would call something like that, but that was such an amazing addition to the overall show. Like you kept forgetting about it every time until it popped back up, but it was something that I really, really appreciated being in this season. I don't know why, I got weirdly attached to that. Also, some random delinquent guy, I think he said he was going to shave his hair of Teo 1, so that's a thing that's going to happen. I don't even know, dude, had he shown up before? I didn't recognize him, but yeah, seeing everyone all around town watching the game, like on their smartphone or whatever, that added a lot to it too, really making it feel like a big deal. Oh, tons of people watching, a lot of them having tears streaming through their eyes. It's just really great that how much we come together to support Horse Girl and all that. I feel like I talked a lot. Did I get out everything I wanted to say about this episode? I think I did. We ended off the episode with a little bit of a race between Teo and McQueen. They cut off before they got very far into that, but hopefully we follow up on that in a potential season 3. I was hoping that they would announce a season 3 at the end of this episode. They didn't, which is unfortunate, but surely there's gotta be one, right? I mean, the smartphone game is finally out. They gotta continue with it, for that at least, you know? Yeah, I'm not sure what else. I think that's pretty much everything I want to say about the episode. Just a lot of good stuff, really good final episode. I mean, this is kind of usually where I would talk about the season as a whole. I feel like I've talked about this overall season a lot already, like throughout the season, just because it's been kind of different than season 1 in regards to the amount of sadness, depression, failure, right? So I've kind of already talked about the overall season quite a bit, so I don't even know how much I really want to say here, because it would just mostly be reiterating. But I think it's a really good season, although it did hurt me emotionally quite a lot. It really made me feel invested in it, I think even more than season 1 did. Like season 1, I liked all the special week Silent Suzuka stuff. I liked them as individual characters, I liked the relationship together. There's a lot of good stuff there for sure. But I think as much as emotional impact, memorability goes, I feel like this season has topped it in that respect. Like Teo and McQueen, I think I like them better than Special Week and Silent Suzuka. I feel like I can say that now. Like they're both great individually. The rivalry they got going on is amazing. I've gotten ridiculously emotionally invested in that, more so than I could have thought would be even remotely possible. So that's great, getting to see that over the course of the show. And we've had plenty of good stuff with other horse girls too. The rice shower stuff was pretty good, bringing in the whole idea of just because you're doing well doesn't mean you'll get, admiration and everything if you're screwing over somebody else's favorite girl, right? The heel kind of position she has. That was also a pretty good thing they had this season to bring that, because I think this was the first time they really touched on that sort of topic in the show. In the lolly horse girls, they were cute. I enjoyed them. Twin Turbo was a lot of fun. That little silly girl. So there was a lot of good stuff throughout the course of this season. A lot of good stuff. The date episode between McQueen and Teo was phenomenal as well. Like, there was so much good stuff here. Like, I really didn't think season 2 could surpass season 1 for me, but I really think it did. I really think it did. Like, I still remember being so disappointed that special week got demoted the way she did, and Suzuka wasn't even in the show. Like, she was in America or whatever, wherever she went in season 1, right? Like, I remember being pretty disappointed about that, but Teo and McQueen kind of taking the reins there, I think was a good decision. I think that worked out really well for the show. And if there is ever a season 3, I wonder about that. Well, I wonder if it'll like focus on other horse girls. Because I was really surprised when Teo was the main character of episode 1. I don't remember how much I got across in my reaction. I think a lot back in episode 1. But I was like, Teo, she suddenly became the main character. When did that happen? Well, why is this even the case? But by the end of the season, it became normal to me. It's like, of course Teo's the main girl. Like it always has been. That meme. It kind of became like that. So I wonder if they'll continue that, or if they'll just go with there'll be like a new pair that kind of gets the focus next season. I mean, they kind of already perfectly set that up with our Lolly Horse Girls, right? They could have that kind of role next season. I keep talking about next season, even though it hasn't been announced. I have no reason to believe it'll exist, but I'm hoping. You can't take hope away from me. You can't do it. There's one thing this season taught me. It's the value of not giving up and persevering and stuff like that. Because that probably was that definitely was the biggest theme this season. Not giving up, doing your best, even if you lose your way, which does happen to the best of us. Like, just because you do your best doesn't mean things work out for you initially, and technically doesn't mean it'll work out for you in the end anyway. But is that a reason to give up? No, I don't think so. Not if you still care about it. Not if it's still, unless you just have completely lost your desire to do something. Just don't give up on it, I guess, is kind of the idea here. Because, man, Teo hit so many low points. Like, I forgot just how many things. I don't even remember how many things went wrong with Teo. Like, I know she had the whole Triple Crown Uma Musume undefeated thing that she was going to do. And she, like, crossed out half of that and then crossed out the other half of that and crossed out this and crossed out that and hurt this and hurt that. And, like, we had the whole race, the whole stopwatch episode. Like, I don't even remember how much sad moments we had with Teo, but they were a lot. But in the end, she won. She danced on stage. She held McQueen with her stuff, and of course McQueen helped Teo as well before. So it's all good. And I do think for real this time that's all I got to say. I really like this episode. I really like this season, and I really hope we get more of the show because I kind of need more of it. So until then, bye-bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.